Thank you all for joining us tonight for this post-game press conference. We are now joined by Ivan Melendez. Ivan, congrats on the win tonight. We're going to go straight to questions and try to get you out of here. Awesome. First question comes from Bob. Bob, go ahead.
Hey, Ivan, Bob Ballou, CBS Austin. Congratulations on the win. You and Zach really came through at the plate. How much have you guys talked about maybe what needed to change or how to get yourselves out of the little funk that you were in here in Omaha?
We didn't really talk about anything. We just try to keep it going, stay working hard, and when you're down, you just got to keep working and keep pushing through. So that's about it. We never, think low, but we always stay up. So.
Joe, please go ahead.
Joe Cook, Inside Texas. Ivan, what was Coach Pierce's message to you right before that the eighth inning single that you had?
He just came up to me. He just wanted to tell me he wanted to slow the game down, slow my heart rate down, and tell me how great of a hitter I am before I got in the box. So, yeah.
We'll go next to Danny. Danny, go ahead.
Ivan, you guys obviously know what you have to do to move on. Where's this team at mentally as you head into a game that's, I guess in like 12 hours, whatever it is?
I'd say we'd have the momentum right now. Mississippi State beat us twice, so now we got to go beat them twice, and we're hungry for more. So, yeah.
Next question goes to Cole.
Cole Thompson, Longhorns Country. Good morning, Ivan. Just want to get your thoughts on Pete's performance, how he looked overall on the mound. It was a little rough in that fifth inning, but besides that, pretty solid outing. And from you sitting from the bench, what did you see from the defense as well?
I think we always play great defense. I always know we have a chance to win when Pete gets on the mound. He throws the ball really well. He throws strikes. Commands his zone very well. He spins it, for a strike, which is very huge for a guy, that's up, upper 80s. So, we trust Pete. He's one of our guys.
Dustin, go ahead with the next question.
Dustin McComas, OrangeBloods.com. Ivan, did you feel like you were getting closer to kind of breaking out? You hit a couple balls well earlier this tournament, had that double leading off. Was there any adjustments you've made recently to kind of get you back in the groove again?
Yeah, as you guys saw for the past 2 weeks, I was kind of slumping it, just sending that one against Mississippi State. I hit one to the warning track, against Tennessee, and I was drawing a few walks, so I was seeing the ball a little bit better. I still wasn't getting the best results, but that's a start, so yeah.
We'll go next to Kirk. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Kirk Bowles from the Austin American Statesman. Ivan, you still got a lot of work ahead of y'all. And how do you feel y'all stand as far as, having enough fresh pitching and maybe getting some more hitters going to kind of win this thing?
I like our chances. Ty, he has some pretty solid rest. Our second pitcher, he has pretty solid rest. We're swinging it pretty well right now. I think we're putting up a few good ABs. Obviously we got to work on a few things, but it's baseball. You got your ups and downs. You got your tough ABs. You have your good ABs, and it's just sticking to the grind. You got to, trust the process and keep working hard.
We'll do one final question for Michael. Michael, go ahead.
Hi, Ivan. Michael Farrar here with Berg Sports Network. Obviously, with the delay, it was very crazy. How did you and the team stay mentally ready? And what were you most proud of what you guys overcome tonight?
I really liked how we overcame the weather delay, because in the past it was kind of hard to, get warmed up again. But down in the cages, we were, flipping each other. We were hitting live off the tee. We were staying ready, and I think that helped us to our advantage as well.
Ivan, thanks so much for your time tonight, and congrats on the win.
Awesome. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it, guys.
We will be joined shortly by Zach Zubia. If you do have a question for Zach, please go ahead and raise your hand, and we will accommodate as many as possible. Thank you.
I don't see Zubia anywhere. You want me to get him?
No.
Okay.
We are now joined by head coach David Pierce. Coach, thanks so much for joining us tonight, and congrats on the win. In the interest of time, we're going to go straight to questions and try to get you out of there. Our first question comes from Cole. Cole, please go ahead.
Cole Thompson, Longhorns Country. David, good morning. Just want to get your thoughts on Zach's big hit. And also just what did you make of it, just with him and Ivan really stepping up when the pitch count was high and when you need him most?
I mean, they're just such factors in our lineup because, you know, they're the bangers. I mean, we got some speed guys, and they've got to be the guys that are able to get the runners in and clutch hit. But, you know, just really hats off to both of them for continuing to just put their work in and giving themselves and our team an opportunity there.
We'll go next to Joe. Joe, please go ahead.
Joe Cook, Inside Texas. David, you got more great innings from Cole and Aaron. So how big is your bullpen, just what they've been able to do over these past few days, help you get to this point?
Yeah, I mean, they've been outstanding for 3/4 of the year. Once we settled roles, been just outstanding. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Pete did a nice job of just getting us the opportunity to win, and then Cole, you know, gave us, I think, 4 outs, and you know, we went to Nick's right there, got the big double play. So that was just big for those guys to just settle in and attack the zone and trust their stuff.
Danny, go ahead with the next question.
David, before Ivan's at bat, you pulled him aside. What was kind of the conversation there with him?
The first thing I told him is that the kid really likes to come, set, and go. So it's really quick, and they just reminded him to just settle it down. He belongs in this spot, and he's a great hitter. And, you know, great hitters want to be in this spot for opportunity, and he just came through.
Cedric, please go ahead.
Cedric Golden, Austin American Statesman. David, still standing. And after the first game, what does this do for your confidence? I mean, you guys could have went away, but you didn't.
No, we're not going away. I mean, this team is just resilient. They're, you know, they can be ugly at times, play unbelievable defense and pitch, opportunistic offensively. Just a huge blow by Zach right there. After, you know, a great play by their shortstop, but Doug's got to do a better job on that slide, but a great play by their shortstop, and then a tough at bat for Cam, and then, you know, we almost let them off the hook. We go 3-2, and Zach gets a pitch, and, you know, big time for us. But it's just what they've been doing. They like competing. I was real interested in watching them when we came in after the 2-run home run and see how we respond, and they just keep going. That's what the beauty about this team, and they just keep going. They're going to play till the end.
Michael, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Michael Farrar here with Berg Sports Network. 2 questions for you. Obviously, with the delay, you know, I mentioned earlier with some of the players, you know, the resilience in the fight of this team. How proud are you of the way these kids overcome, you know, the big weather and the big inning in the 9th? What was going through your mind when that was happening?
Well, the weather delay, it's just kind of something that we deal with. We started saying, or having a saying back in the early spring, no matter what the conditions are, if we have adverse calls, it's just the way we like it. So we just try to change the mindset in a positive way and in our favor. What was your second question?
And then the big explosive scoring in the 9th. What was going through your mind when you started seeing your team scoring against UVA's pitching?
Well, Doug did a nice job drawing a walk, and EK constantly puts pressure on people. And if he gets a bunt down on either side, it's usually going to be a bang-bang play. And if they, you know, they're going to have to be quick with the ball, and EK does that consistently. Sai's going to put the sack over, move 2 runners in scoring position, and gets hit by a pitch, and then I thought Mike's at bat was great. Their shortstop, man, it was just a heck of a play. But fortunately, we got the big blow, and I'm just sitting there just proud of our team. I mean, just you never know how it's going to happen, you know, but we always have the mindset we'll figure it out. Some way we're going to try to figure out how to win this thing.
Bob, go ahead.
Bob Ballou, CBS Austin Sports. David, how much did Zach need that hit in the 9th just to get something going within him? And how good was laying off that 2-2 breaking ball?
Well, I mean, Zach is a guy that at times frustrates you because he gets so deep in counts, and he has hitters pitches and 2-1 counts, and he's still working the count. And, you know, Tulo and I talked a lot. I can't talk to Zach during the game because I want to tell him to swing the bat, but at the same time, I can't get into his head and make him change his approach. And then in the previous at bat before his last one, he kind of predetermined I'm going to swing early, and it was not even a close pitch. And so I said, look, you got to see the ball. And when we were talking at third base, I said, man, you've been in the 3 holes since the middle of March for a reason. You're a great hitter. You're one of the best hitters on our team. You know, relax, see the ball, and trust yourself. And, you know, of course, that was after the big hit. No, it wasn't. It was actually before that. But just to watch him just catch his breath, he needed that so badly. You know, he's an emotional kid and a great leader for us, but at the same time, he just got to trust himself over and over. It's kind of a given theme from us, but see the baseball, get a good pitch, be ready to hit.
We'll do one final question for Coach. Let's go to Dustin. Please go ahead.
Hey, David, we saw Ty jogging out to the bullpen in the game. I'm assuming that he's going to be the guy for y'all later tonight. And also, too, I mean, your team had so many opportunities to get frustrated, you know, whether it was what was going on the mound or the defense that UVA was playing. Did you ever get a sense at any point in the game that those guys were frustrated at all?
No. I mean, we're playing in Omaha for a national championship, and they're pumped. I mean, it's just we tell them as well, you know, we don't want it easy. It's going to be hard. We understand it. They're going to have blows. We're going to have to accept them and just keep playing. So I didn't sense anything like that. I just and I pay attention. I just watch the bench and see the reactions. And at times they'll get frustrated right after an at bat. They have the ability to get over it and go play defense. So pretty special group right now.
Coach, thank you so much for your time.
Today?
What's that?
Ty later today?
Oh, later today, huh?
Yeah.
A pretty good percentage that's going to happen, but not ready to make that decision yet. Good.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much for your time. We greatly appreciate it. Congrats on the win and best of luck later today.
Okay. Thank you all.
We are now joined by Zach Zubia. Zach, thanks so much for joining us tonight. We'll go and get a few questions out of the way and then get you out of here and back to the hotel. Perfect. Let's go first to Danny. Go ahead, Danny.
Zach, I'm sure that hit felt very good for you in the 9th inning. What does this team need to do to survive these next two days against Mississippi State?
The first thing we got to do is go home and get some rest and, you know, get back on our feet tomorrow and learn from what we did wrong, learn from what we did right, and just come in with the same mentality to compete and fight for every pitch. You know, just scratch and claw.
We'll go next to Kirk. Go ahead.
Yeah, Zach, do you feel like the momentum that y'all have from tonight in the Tennessee win carry over? And do you feel like y'all have really hit y'all's stride yet up here?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we take every game different, or like with a different mindset, clear mindset. But yeah, I mean, I think that we're doing things right. We're doing some great things on offense. We're doing some great things on defense, and we just got to continue to use that and just keep on focusing and just keep on with the same mentality and same approach.
Cedric, go ahead.
Like Coach Pierce said that you need to trust yourself more at the plate and maybe be a little less analytical. How do you change that this late in the game for you in your college career?
I mean, I just got to trust myself. I think that's something that is really important to me. It's important to every hitter, is just trusting yourself, trusting your work. And I think I showed that in my last at bat. Obviously, the first 3 were not the results that any of us wanted, but just still grinding away and just keeping your head down and taking every at bat new. And, you know, you're going to come up and put up a good swing and be big for your team. So that was the whole mindset for me the whole day.
Justin, go ahead.
Zach, you've seen a lot of everything in 3-2 counts, breaking balls earlier in 3-2. Did you think you're going to get fastball after that 2-2-1 miss? And kind of take us through that swing and what you were thinking there before you drove that ball in the gap.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was just going up there and just trying to react. The guy had good stuff on the mound, and I was just trying to go up there and react and put a good swing on whatever pitch was coming. I wasn't looking for anything specific. I was just ready to react to whatever pitch was thrown and try to get that run in any way possible.
Michael, go ahead.
Hi, Zach. Michael Farrar here with Berg Sports Network. 2 questions for you. How did you kind of keep yourself mentally and physically ready during the whole weather delay? And the 9th inning I asked about with Coach, what was going through your mind when you guys started scoring on UVA's pitching?
Yeah, during the rain delay, we just kind of kept a light focus. You know, our teammates were pretty close. So, you know, there were some jokes, some laughs, and we were just sitting there just kind of waiting to get the show on the road. And, you know, when we started putting runners in scoring position, you know, that shortstop made a great play in the 9th. And, you know, when we scored those runs, I think it just gave us some more confidence when we went out in the field for the bottom. Those insurance runs were huge for Nixon to just go out there and pound the zone, and obviously it worked out.
We'll squeeze in 2 more questions. Cole, go ahead.
Zach, you look at Tanner, Aaron, Cole, what they've been able to do out of the bullpen, even Pete in game 1. With having the comfortability of knowing what the bullpen can do for you guys late in the game, does that give the offense a little bit of comfort when you're in a close game or in a tie game even?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that any guy that we run out on the mound, we trust as position guys, because we know that they're going to pound the strike zone and that we're going to play great defense behind them. And that's kind of been the bread and butter. It's just everyone trusts each other, regardless if it's a relief arm or a pinch hitter or a starter. Everyone trusts each other. That's the culture around here, and you know, that's just our team.
And our final question will go to Bob. Bob, go ahead.
Hey, Zach. Bob Ballou, CBS Austin. Did that laying off that 2-2 breaking ball in the 9th kind of hit your chest? Like, did that give you a little more confidence going to the 3-2 pitch? And how much did you just need that double? I mean, how much just for your own kind of confidence?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be the first one to say, obviously my College World Series start hasn't been the greatest, but you know, that's just a credit to my teammates, to my coaches, just to have my back, keep on keeping me mentally right, keep on telling me that you're going to come up in a big situation, and obviously that's what happened. And I'm just happy to have great teammates, great coaches, great support staff that just is very encouraging. And yeah, I mean, who doesn't like a bases clearing double at the very end of the game to kind of solidify a win? But yeah, I'm just happy for this team, happy I can contribute to this team, and just get ready for tomorrow.
Thank you so much for your time tonight, Zach, and congrats again on the win.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Hook 'em horns, baby.
And thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. You will be able to find a copy of this press conference at the NCAA Digital Media Hub at www.ncaa.baritone.com. Transcripts are also provided at ncaa.com/transcripts. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. We will now begin with an opening statement from Coach O'Connor and then go to questions. Please use the raise hand function to indicate you would like to ask a question. When you're called on for your question, please state your name and affiliation first. Coach, please go ahead with a brief opening statement.
Well, I'd just like to thank everyone for sticking with us. I know it's late, especially out on the East, so thanks for hanging with us. I just want to say, certainly Texas has a terrific ball club. You can see why they're the number 2 overall seed. They're very talented in many different ways. So, you know, I just, about this team, this is as special a team as we've had in this uniform at this university. What they persevered through, the resiliency that they have shown the last 2 months, but specifically over the last 2 weeks, is just remarkable. I told them that all the teams that we have at Virginia are all special in their own way, but this one is at the top. Certainly when you win a national championship, that's pretty special. But this team, what they were able to accomplish based on the position that they were in 2 months ago, and then the position they were in over the last 2 weeks with their backs against the wall 6 times. And, we ran into a great club. When you get here in Omaha, you have to play clean. You have to play clean games. And we weren't clean tonight, and Texas took advantage of that. And so, I just incredibly proud of the way that our young men represented our university in this baseball program. Complete class, competitors, and guys that just continued to fight and stand up when their teammates needed them the most. And I told the team after the game that, this is going to hurt. It's going to hurt for a while. It should hurt. When you put the time into it and you care so much like these young men do about their team and the success that they want to have, it's going to hurt. But I told them that after they get over the pain of the season being over and losing, they'll realize what they did and the lessons that they learned from what they endured through this season. It'll help them next year for the ones that are back, and then it's going to help them for the rest of their lives. And that's what this experience is about, and I'm proud as heck of them.
Thank you. Now we will go to questions from the media. Our first question is from Bennett Conlon. Please unmute yourself and ask your question. Bennett, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, Bennett Conlon with the Daily Progress. You mentioned this team being, maybe the most special you've had at Virginia. What is it about this group that made them so special and such a joy to coach?
Well, it starts from the beginning. There was high expectations on this team. I think, in preseason, this team was ranked in the top 20. There was a lot of expectation, and then, out of the gate, we didn't play up to our capability. They knew it. We all knew it. We were trying to work through it. We were all trying to figure it out. And what I'll remember about them is they just stood up and competed, and we're not going to be denied of this opportunity to play in June. And, many teams at times fold when that happens, and they just wouldn't let it happen. They kept grinding, and the next guy that's going to follow me up here, Chris Newell, I'm incredibly proud of him, and many others. But, to see the way that he performed down the stretch for us and see the way he performed in Omaha, the emergence of him is just his future so bright, and to see somebody that just he kept fighting, and he didn't quit on himself. Griff McGarry's another great example. It's just all of those situations where guys, they could have packed it in, and they didn't. And that speaks to the character that they have and what they're made of. And that, in baseball, that will serve them well, and they'll have successful careers after this year. And then I know they'll be terrific fathers and make great contributions to society because of what they stood up and did this year.
Our next question is from Jeff White. Jeff, go ahead.
Brian, the team not only got back to the NCAA tournament, you made it back to Omaha this year. Given the history of the program and all your previous teams had done, how important was it for the program going forward, to do what you did this year as you look to the future?
Well, sure, it's important to be back in the NCAA tournament, and very important to get to Omaha for the future. But for me, Jeff, it was about this group. It was this team's experience. Right? It was guys that will never wear this uniform again. It was their last opportunity to, achieve something that is really, really great. And I'm just happy for them. Happy for them that they did what they did, had the experience of playing in Omaha to compete for a national championship, and they're winners. Now, the ripple effect of that, obviously, is, when you make it to Omaha, it continues to. Unfortunately, it's this way, but it validates the elite level of your program, and that's what these kids have did. That's the add-on for this. I wish it wasn't that way, because there was many years that we were playing in the NCAA tournament and number one seeds and couldn't break through to get to Omaha, and you just you felt like you needed to get here to to validate the level of your program, that you're a great college baseball program. And fortunately, we've done that again, and just proud of these guys that they had this experience.
Our final question is from Damon Dillman. Damon, go ahead.
Hey, Brian, it's Damon from Cavs Corner. How much do you think having to play the full 5 games that first weekend and then the full 3 games against Dallas Baptist, how much did that maybe start to catch up with your pitching staff, especially your bullpen these last couple of games?
Well, Damon, I think that's a great observation. I was concerned about it, right? But knew that guys would fight, and we'd have guys that would step up. We had to do some extraordinary things the last 2 weekends to be here, and we just. I don't want to take anything away from any team. What Mississippi State did or Texas did, they're great clubs. But I just felt like some of our guys were on fumes for what they've had to do down the stretch run. Not our position players, but some of our arms. I think about Blake Bales, and he had a fantastic year for us, and didn't appear here in Omaha and didn't appear in the Super Regional, and Shock was a little bit banged up. Some other guys. That it kind of took the toll on them. But that said, I still felt like we certainly had enough to contend for the national championship. But I think it kind of wore them down a little bit for sure.
Thank you, Coach, for your time today. We will be joined momentarily by Chris Newell. Please use this time to raise or lower your hand as necessary.
Hey, Bennett and Damon and Jeff, I really appreciate all the work you guys do in covering us, and thanks for staying on with us. I appreciate it. Appreciate your work all year.
We are now joined by Chris Newell. Please use the raise hand function to indicate you would like to ask a question. Our first question is from Jeff White. Jeff, go ahead.
Hey, Chris, what the TV broadcast showed Coach O'Connor with the players, out in the field after the game. What was his message to you guys?
It was just to keep our heads up. We just talked about the positions we were in April and where we were at. And, I completely agree with them. There's no reason that we should come out of here with our heads down, because, we really did do something special as a group from where we were at. And it really says a lot about, this club this year. And I'm just so proud of everybody, just top to bottom. There's really nothing else that you can ask for.
Our next question is from Bennett Conlon. Bennett, go ahead.
Hey, Chris, Bennett Conlon with the Daily Progress. There are still guys out in the outfield hugging and sharing moments together. What is it about this team that makes the group so close and so tight? And what will you remember most about this team and being a part of it?
I would say it started last year, honestly. If you look at our roster, it's almost the exact same as last year, plus or minus a few guys. So, just where we were at last year and how great of a start we were off to last year, and just to have that taken away from us just left a little bit of a sour taste in our mouth. So, when we went home over quarantine and over the summer and everybody went their own ways, we all knew that we were all going to be back, and it was our definitely our goal was to get here and win a national championship. We did one of those things and unfortunately missed out on the other. But, just from what happened last year into this year, it's just unbelievable how close all of us have gotten together. And, it's just sad to see it end the way that it did.
Our final question is from Damon Dillman. Damon, go ahead.
Hey, Chris, it's Damon from Cavs Corner. Just the way you guys fought all year when you were in that hole in April and then when you were in all the elimination games, where did that confidence come from? Where did it originate for you guys and that you just kind of carried throughout this whole season?
I would say that it came from ourselves, honestly, and our preparation throughout the year. Going back to last year, obviously we were cut short, so we all had to report early and started practicing, things like that, workouts really early in the summer, and it takes some sacrifice for us to do that. But, and I think what is really, really special about this team is the trust that we have in each other. I can tell you just offensively within our lineup, you always, if you get out, you have all the confidence in the world that the guy after you or the guy after him is going to get something done for us. So, it just speaks volumes about this program and this group of guys this year for sure.
Thank you, Chris, for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you all for participating. You can find a recording of this press conference and the NCAA Digital Media Hub at www.ncaa.veritone.com. Transcripts are available at www.ncaa.com/transcripts. Thank you for joining us.